It's pretty much like other small cities.
We have stores
and neighborhoods and streets and alleys.
And graffiti. The back of one business had some ugly, hateful graffiti. Every time they painted it over, more showed up.
So a bunch of us got together.
We looked at the wall, and then we did something about it. These are all racist words and stuff that are directed at people, and we don't like it, so we're covering it up. So we're replacing it with good things. Like peace and stuff like that. We're gonna do a mural. We're splitting it up into different groups, and then we're gonna draw what we want with the group.
I think we're gonna have 5 different murals, and to talk about that shows unity of people of different races and religions that get along, and to show that people can work together to make nice things rather than make things that aren't nice at all.
They had really nasty remarks, and it made me feel like, since I'm Indian, it's happened to me a lot. It makes me feel very angry and upset, because you should be treated equal every day, anytime, anywhere. We're painting it over because we're gonna paint some kind of beautiful picture to show that we're not racist and we don't call people names for the fun of it, and spray things on alleys and things like that just because we're angry or upset at someone or something.
We're going to paint a mural and cover up all the bad slang and all the stuff that people put on here, and trying to raise people's awareness about this kind of thing so that they don't have to go through life, having to be afraid. I have Jewish in my background. My father's side was Jewish, and a lot of the Nazi swastikas and stuff like that really hit hard for me, a lot of my ancestors were killed that way. I'm going to try and turn around the bad effort and make it into a good one by making a mural, make people a little bit happier, I hope.
This mural is probably really going to help make people open their eyes and hopefully realize that there are a lot of things going on in the world that they're not taking notice, and they need to take notice. That way everybody feels that they have a place in the world and not have to be discriminated just because maybe they have darker skin or they talk different or they believe something different.
I think it's pretty important to make it clear that we don't want racism here, And if we take away if we undo this racism, then it might make it a little, less satisfying for people to do it again.
Having two people fighting and maybe one person splitting them apart.
Good.
We could put those in like rooms linked, 60s and 70s rooms.
What else is going to be coming out of this box if we do that?
That somewhere in there we really should have something that represents the world, because whether we're in France or Tokyo, we're all the same.
And we all need to work together to solve the problem.
Like right here, there could be two arms going up holding hands.
You should have a peace rainbow. I mean, it may take a long time, but it'll be different from everybody's.
And it'll look better instead of just all plain rainbows.
I think we should have half border with music notes and the other half with peace signs.
The concept is basically unity for blacks and whites and people with differences to be working together. And it's from different times. It's the 60s, the 80s, and the future. And this is what we're going to do is we're going to have this big hotel. and we're just going to show different things that happen during the time periods, and for the future we're having what we hope to be like maybe our first black president or first woman president, and it's just showing what we hope is going to happen, what's happening right now, and what happened.
We have the earth, and we have 6 representations and peoples that live all over the earth. And then we're going to have like nature represented. It's just representation of peace and harmony and how different cultures can live together and form, you know, a pattern.
I'll put the person about here. I'm not sure how big to make her.
Where are you going to make the snake?
We're having a picture of the earth and a peace sign around that. We're using a rainbow in a different sense as a slide, lady sliding down, different various things, activities happening in a park, people together, shaking hands, dancing, planting trees, and we have a line of people painting the earth and different racial groups, you know, Afro-Americans, Indians, things like that, different heights, disabilities.
We're going to paint the rainbow, then we're going to paint Appreciate Differences in black across it. We're having silhouettes of people, and we're going to color them like checkered or stripes. And then the rainbow stands for everybody's, all colors, doesn't matter, they all belong. And then Appreciate Differences is, for the different cultures.
Well, theme is everybody belongs, and we're gonna have like a sun and people and a rainbow and butterflies and doves and all different stuff on it.
This is a multicolored pet shop and jukebox dancers, multicolored dancers.
What does it mean?
Well, how different races and different people can have fun together, like dancing or something.
It's supposed to say, it's the ocean is these animals' home and not to pollute it. So, and these are like some of the endangered animals that people are killing off.
My personal section is the doors of Hotel Unity, and they're opening into the building. And I was going to make like these French doors, and it's kind of like the reflection in the windows of the French doors are supposed to reflect the unity and the whole project together, and how and kind of opening into a new decade, into the 90s, and how we hope that things will be different.
They're all like jack-in-the-boxes that open up, and the one that's going to be open, people of color will be turning the crank, and when it opens there will be all sorts of musical notes and streamers and colors, and it's supposed to represent joy and peace.
I've lived across the alley from this building for about 35 years, almost 36, and it's been an absolute desolate spot. It's been ugly, it's been a lot of sound, it's been an abhorrent place to be near. Something you just as soon forget, and almost in the heart of the city, and nothing that could be done about it by individuals in the past. I am so pleased, it's ridiculous. I also like to work with kids and the youngsters who are being innovative and artistic and enjoying what they're doing, and the results are going to last forever, I hope.
I think it's wonderful to have this painting on here and the improvement. It's much better than the stuff that's been on there, all the hate material that was on there. This is something pretty to look at, something bright. I think it's nice for the young people to do that. I didn't know we had so many budding young artists.
I think I should give one of them a spike hairdo.
The people who did the graffiti were probably youths, and they I don't know, I just think it's a nice thing for kids to be combating the negative influences that other youths are doing in society. And I also think that it's important to be doing this because we're taking pride in our community. And it's not so much that we're covering up the graffiti, because by covering it up doesn't make it go away, but at least we're showing that we're taking pride in how our community looks and the kind of things that we want to reflect to the rest of the country, which is the things I think that we're putting on the mural.
I'd rather have people get together and have fun together instead of try and kill each other.
We want to say that everyone belongs because we were all born on the same planet, you know, and we're all human. It says that we should all join together and that, and pretty much that racism stinks.
I just think it's important when you see things wrong in a community just to do something yourself. Like it's important for the individual to get involved and do as much as they can. That's why I'm involved with this, and I think that racism is a big problem, especially around here.
Dr. King, a man who had a mission. He set forth to fulfill his vision, a dream of unity, everyone together, holding hands across America, where little black boys and little black girls could hold hands with little white boys and white girls.
You like it? Yeah.
I'm Reverend Shanker, pastor of Bethel Temple Church in Eugene. We're here viewing the work that the young people have done in this community. I feel this is one of the better ways that we can make this a peaceful world to live in. If each one take a lesson from what the young people have done, well, it will help everyone in every way live peaceful together.
You know, there are those times when you're really proud to be mayor of a community, and I have to tell you, this is one of them. Because this is truly an example, and this has been said, of the young people leading in the community, and we have every right to be proud of them and for the statement that they're willing to make and the effort they're putting into this wall. And I'm extremely proud of the young people of our community for doing this, because we are aware that there's racism here in this community, and we're not going to stand for it. We're going to do what we can to put an end to racism, and I'm very proud to accept this mural for the community, because you've just done us a tremendous favor in giving us this kind of leadership. Also, I want to have David Lowe to come up. Is he still here? The owner of Wyatt? It's just a great pleasure for me to be able to see this in the back of your business and to know that this is a way of you allowing the young people in our community to say, hey, business is not for racism.
Well, I just want to thank the people that did this, because when we started into this project, I thought, well, it's probably all right. But now I've changed my mind as I saw this work progressing for the few days. Why, I got more into it all the time, and I did a few, I even put a little paint on the wall, and I'm proud of it. So,
we all know what this is about, to end racism in Eugene and maybe for the rest of the world, because we all got together and it's obvious that we all care about ending racism. And we worked hard, and I think what we did was great, because it shows that people in the world do care, even, you know, kids that are young, because age doesn't matter. What matters is your mind and your heart, and it doesn't matter physically or how old you are, and just what you care about. And I think what everybody here did is they showed how much they care and how much they care to end all this. And I think if everybody keeps on working at this, maybe someday we will be able to end it.
People of all colors, we shall not be moved. People of all colors, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the water, we shall not be moved. Respecting all religions, we shall not be moved. Respecting all religions, we shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's standing by the water.